Hello guys and welcome to a new campaign today by me, Vulcan. Today we're going to be heading into Caesar in Gaul, and I've already decided which nation I'm going to play, and it's going to be Rome. I played as Britannia before, which is basically a tribe, and I didn't want to go into the levy freeman and slinger thing again because we've had enough of that. I really wanted to try out and show you guys my prowess with Roman legions. So hopefully this will be a bit different, and hopefully it'll be very interesting to see me take over all of Gaul as Caesar. Hopefully some of the changes they've made in this will help the game become a bit more interesting, the generals stay alive longer, stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be a lot more interesting to watch. Anyway, going to be playing it on very hard difficulty. My other campaign's only on normal, I think, so another thing that should make it a bit more interesting, a bit harder of a challenge than my other campaign. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. If you would like to read the introduction text, then please by all means pause and read it. Else, let's go ahead and start the campaign.
The Gauls. They would rather lie slain in battle than lose the freedom gained by their forefathers. My legions march north. The nights grow long and the wolf grows hungry. Rome demands blood. I will be outnumbered. The valor of my men stretched to breaking. The enemy? Merciless. The Senate expects defeat. Yet the goddess Fortuna favors the bold. They must be divided. Scattered! Conquered! I will trade their blood for power. As I cross Transalpina, my course of action is clear. The Helvetii must be stopped before they can migrate into Greater Gaul. Their Sequani allies do not concern me, beset as they are by Swaby forces. Although the Germans could become a serious threat if allowed to cross the Rhine en masse. By befriending us, tribes such as the Aedui have drawn the ire of their fellow Gauls. For their own safety, they will submit utterly to Roman protection, as did the Vocontii before them. I will seize our mutual enemies' territories and resources, for the good of Rome and her allies, of course. And by my hand, Gaul will be subdued.
So, a bit laggy to start. Lovely intro. Hopefully the rest of the campaign won't be like that, but you can see as I zoom out and start to view the map for the first time, it is going to be a tad laggy. I'm sorry about that, but there is nothing I can do. Poorly optimized campaign map is all I can blame for that. As of our objective, we have to completely control 3 provinces either by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. We only get 2,500 for that, but well, we can see how this goes. So here's our army, Caesar, and he is going to be heading towards Octodurum. That is what we have been tasked to do, and along the way we shall be destroying the Helvetii, it looks like. They're going to be retreating. We shall be continuing past them and towards their settlement. Brilliant. Next turn we'll attack them. That will be job done there. As for technology, well, let's have a look at what we can go for. So, the technology's changed a little bit. We've got politics, so now we've got adopt Mark Antony as the first choice, and then it goes through support for Caesar, support for Crassus, and support for Pompey. Then we've got infrastructure, which is basically just our normal buildings and the way we make money. Then we've got this culture, which helps with basically increasing our technology research rate early on, as well as other things like public order and so on. And then we have military. So this is mostly auxiliaries, because the way you get Roman soldiers in this is by getting support for Caesar, who then allows you to build cohort barracks and so on. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to go for culture first of all. And the reason I'm going to do this is because I really need to sort out the public order first of all. Basically, because I'm playing on very hard difficulty, I get 0 bonus to my... well, I get the 7 difficulty level bonus, but it's much less than in other campaigns. Thus, at the start of the campaign, you can see all my provinces are actually not very happy at all, even though I've just started. Either way, there's not much I can do about it, and I'm just going to have to basically upgrade the towns and so on in order to provide probably consecrated grounds that I can then use to upgrade and make people happy. From there we can then continue. So let's get our spy, head her towards Octodurum. Not going to go with sabotage.
I serve only Rome.
Then over at Narba Martius, we have an army here. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to go anywhere due to happiness once again. They already have a consecrated ground. I'm not sure where the camera decided to go there, but anyway. So,
At your command.
That's fine. Everything's done for this turn. Let's not waste any time. Quickly go through the seasonal conditions, which is a new thing, wet summer. And then we're going to get enemy army retreats and path blocked. Anyway, let's go ahead and end the turn, and then we can fight the battle for Octodurum. But before we do that, looks like we're going to have to issue an edict, because we have them to place. So maybe this will help make these provinces a little more happy. So let's go with the Bread and Games edict to help along with that. And end the turn. That was pretty quick. Now we've got the happiness sorted out in Liguria and Veselum and in Serbia. Well, that should hopefully be sorted once we've finished the consecrated ground. As for upgrading other places, well, I think I'll wait with my money for now until I've captured the Octodurum, because it's likely that I'll have to repair some of the buildings and I'll use up most of my money. So, war declared between the Cadurci and the Ruteni. Then we have the Vocontii versus the Ruteni as well. Let's grab Caesar and siege Octodurum. This is going to be the first battle. We have our legionaries, Celtic warriors, light horse, Celtic skirmishers, Roman ballista, Roman organer, against their Celtic tribesmen, short swords, and Celtic skirmishers. So should be an interesting battle. Let's jump straight in and fight this on the battle map. Rain. We do not like rain. Let's try and make it dry. Fog, no, please no. Dry it is, thank God. So, gonna drop all these ladders. I do not like using ladders in battle, as many of you may know, because they lag the hell out. So, I'm gonna move all our armies to the front. These are our legionaries. These are the core of the Roman army. Then behind them we have our auxiliaries, which is the Celtic units that you can see. Now, throughout this period, Rome used auxiliaries, basically the Gaelic tribes, against themselves. They made agreements that they would protect certain tribes if they would fight with them. And they knew the lands and so on, so it basically helped the Romans take over their lands. And yeah, made it easy for them really, else they would have had to fight through more Gauls than they would have liked. Anyway, let's move forwards my Onagers and Ballistas, and we will start firing on the enemy. Now the Ballistas have a longer range than the Onagers, so I'll get the Onagers a bit closer. And we're going to start the battle. We're going to knock down some walls and then we'll charge in. So, let's fire at the walls with the men on them. And thus we can kill more of their men before we even start the battle.
Now, to arms!
Okay, so the onagers firing away. Hopefully the wall shall break soon enough. The enemy weight on the walls, already slightly depleted. More of them will die as the missiles continue to come in. And we shall advance with our legions, and all shall be well. Sorry, a little bit of a glitch in the game there for a little bit, but fortunately been able to resume. So let's start moving the legionaries forwards as the ballistas and Roman onagers continue to fire. So we'll get our Celtic warriors. They can probably run up first to spare some Roman lives. We'll play this just like true Romans and throw in the meat first for our own men. Skirmishers can then move forwards and start lobbing their javelins at the enemies. So there's only skirmishers that I can see at the moment. We do have some tribesmen here that you can see. Everything looks okay. Our men shall continue to march forwards.
The walls are breached!
So that's one wall down. The other shall soon follow. There we go. All gone. Can charge forwards our Celtic warriors, and they can charge onto the breach. So now my ballistas shall have new targets. Legionaries shall continue forwards, ready to go themselves onto the breach, but the Celtic warriors shall be the first. So I'll send one through one and one through the other, and we can send 3 legionary units to the left, 3 to the right.
One of our
We
units
should
has
be
used
fine.
all its ammunition.
And I have their shields up, although they are still taking major damage. Hopefully won't last too long as my Celtic warriors engage those units.
Warriors!
Ready for orders. Brave Romans to a man. Advance!
Okay, so they can engage there. Followed by my legionaries.
Forward! For glory!
Celtic warriors are actually suffering from quite a morale hit there.
Skirmishers!
I'm going to stop my skirmishers throwing into them.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Try and help out. Now we've disbanded that unit, we can charge on and help the legionaries break through. I'm going to then give a volley over the top and stop my ballistas firing and so on. Will not help.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Try and get one of my legionary units round the side and hit them from the back. Looks like my legionaries have broken through on this side. Shall soon do on the other side. So they will line up and we can charge them in the back. Here we go. Pila.
Men are wavering.
And they shall continue to charge. hopefully that will break those units. Just as I had thought. Now we can continue to chase after them. But that seems to be a victory. So let's end the battle there. Decisive victory for us. 436 losses for their 1,369. The auxiliaries fought well and ultimately won me the battle. They didn't actually lose their entire unit, but did do well in the fight. So, there we go. We're going to occupy this city, and there is an increase in rank for Caesar. As well as that, looks like Imperium has been achieved, and we can now own more armies, fleets, and so on. So Octodurum, go ahead and start converting these lands to our own. I'm probably just going to dismantle these, get rid of them, and then I'll replace them with things that will help with happiness next turn. The Helvetii have been displaced. So, alongside that, let's have a look at what our scout is going to do. So the Helvetii are homeless and will probably attack me, so I don't need to do anything with them. We have the Vocontii, probably going to be threatened by some of the other Gaelic tribes. So let's head my scout round to here to see what's going on. Meanwhile, let's upgrade Caesar. He can become a strategist, and we can't really marry him yet because we don't have any options to do so. Marty's still unhappy, probably going to have to recruit some men, get a unit of levy freemen in there. That should help out a little bit, hopefully a lot, but we'll soon find out. That's everything done for this turn though. We got a trait gain for Caesar, minus 10% attritional losses when besieging, that's good. And faction encountered the Suebi. Settlement captured Octodurum. Job done. Right, enter.
War! Our gods demand it. Our ancestors love it. You, I expect to see mewling like a woman.
So the Helvetii already declared war on me. This is the Gaul tribe that you can play as if you choose to do so. But we can call our allies to help, and they will help. But it looks like we've already made enemies. And we are under siege by the Helvetii, just like I thought. So they have plenty of mercenaries, but shouldn't necessarily be able to win the day. So let's fight this on the battle map. So after taking over their settlement, they aren't very happy about it. I'm going to move all of these broken units to the back, because they aren't going to come in very handy, I don't think. So let's grab them all, put them up on this hill. They can supervise my ballistas. I can put these ballistas up on the hill. And then the Onagers are going to have to stay down below because of their short range. Then we can get the legionaries and so on to fill up the gaps where I've broken down the walls. If they don't want to have weird formations. There we go. Job done there. Then we can get the Celtic skirmishers on these walls. And they should be in a good place to kill the men as they try to advance. Then we can grab our horsemen, just have them at the back, and they can provide a shock should they need to with their charge. But the Roman onagers should do good work. And I've got a spare legionary unit here along with my general, just in case we need them. So let's start the battle, see what happens. Looks like they also have ladders to use, even though there are already holes in the walls. So let's fast forward this.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
So I know where they're going to go with those ladders, and then I can rearrange my forces should I need to. Nice and slow as ever. Gonna get the Orniger to, well, may as well just keep firing its normal rounds. Would like it if I could actually target the ladder and just break the ladder with the Ornigers. That would be very nice. I'm gonna set it to a normal pace because it looks as though they are going to be coming up these walls over here somewhere. So I'm gonna begin to move my legionaries round. I'll keep one legionary unit here in case, and all the rest can come round to engage these forces. So this is kind of going to be an issue because the horses aren't actually obstructed at all. They're going to be able to come in through the gaps in the walls, unless the AI is too stupid to do so. So I've got my ballistas. Hopefully they can fire on these noble horse while these Ornigers take care of this light horse unit. We already have some short swords running up the ladders. Although, because there is a gap in the wall, they're going to actually run round as well. So, let's push forwards my legionaries. Tell them to attack the Gauls. I'll push this legionary unit forwards to block the gap. Shall engage. So it looks like my actually sorted itself out, which is really nice. I haven't had a lagless battle in a while. Such thing exists. This light horse unit is broken though, just from the Orniger fire. Hopefully these units shall soon follow. Any units that are running away, looks like they're getting peppered by my Celtic skirmishers, which is good. All that's left is some Celtic warriors for them, and they're fighting against my legionaries. Should be easy for my legionaries to win in such a confined space, even though they keep breaking ranks. I'm going to have to move my Ornigers back because they've actually got too close, and we're going to change the target of these ballistas to hit more of these horsemen. So they're standing their horses actually in range of my skirmishers, so that's going to kill off a lot of them. Hopefully with my ballistas firing these horses, we can kill even more. The Ornigers are nearly in place. They can also fire into these cavalry. Shall watch the missiles come in. See, with every stone that comes in, many more cavalry die.
Deadly missiles ready.
You can just hear them dying.
Our general is under attack.
It's a good job my Celtic skirmishers are doing though. Killing off a lot of their men before they even get anywhere near the walls. Most of their cavalry is dead already. And if not, it's continuing to die. We've got my skirmishers firing into the side, although they've just used up ammunition. And it looks like I might actually advance, sally forth, fight this army on the field before I get destroyed by their skirmishers. Go. It's going to leave me very open to cavalry charge, but I am not too concerned. I have my own cavalry. And what we can do is also bring forward my general, and he can give myself buffs and so on. Let's get everything involved. And hopefully we shall win the day. So let's move my legionaries round. We can attack into this clump from the back. Set these light horse to a frenzied charge. And in they go. Light horse! Massive battle on the field outside the settlement. You can get the light horse that are unoccupied at the back to charge down their bowmen.
Light horse! The enemy general is
Kill the rest of their men. So the enemy general died just before the end of the battle, so I don't think there's much need to chase them down. We lost quite a few men, but either way, apparently a decisive victory. I'm going to end the battle there. 265 losses for us, 1,358 for them. So they survived with one mercenary Celtic skirmisher unit. This army favoured a little better, surviving with some Celtic warriors, Celtic bowmen, slingers and noble horse. So we will kill the captives. I'm very unhappy. And that's pretty much job done for this turn.
War! A man's calling is war, not weaklings' gossip. Give me the clash of swords, not wagging tongues.
So, the two Lingai. They are going to join in the battle against me, as I have just taken over the Helveti's homeland and they are their allies. Makes sense? And that is the end of the turn. Military traditions increased for my army, and land and community laws have been completed. So, that technology basically improves my food and enables me to create farms. In Octodurum, we're going to go with a public forum and a consecrated ground, both happiness buildings, so that I can move on soon to hit the two Lingai at their homelands. Hopefully they won't come through and hit Medlan, because that is not what I'm prepared for. Anyway, let's go with formidable fighters to increase the weapon damage inflicted by melee units. And we can have a look at our other army, see if he's sorted out the happiness yet. No, he has not. So let's upgrade the shrine here in Narbonatius. We're going to go with the Sacred Grove to increase the public order per turn, plus the cultural influence. Because the reason this is so unhappy at the moment is because it's 61% Celtic. So, once that's converted to our cause, then we shall be able to move on and help out our allies on that side of the map. But for the meantime, looks like it's going to be Caesar making most of the plays towards Turicum. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this first look at Caesar in Gaul. It's going to be interesting using combined auxiliary forces throughout the campaign, and hopefully you are looking forward to it as well. And just because this is going to be coming out on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.